welcome to Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego, California, home to the Aztecs of San Diego State. Being in San Diego is never a bad thing, and it's even better when you have a matchup like this one. What a showdown we have in store. A couple of Big 12 teams squaring off in what could prove to be a huge game. As we'll see, the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the winners of 4 straight, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Aztecs will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So West Virginia's offense will get the first swing of the game. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, baby.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
A quick pass to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And now on second down for this offense. Out of the gun. The running back has it. Smashes through. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Proctor. Back open in the middle.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Caught in the backfield, it's O'Donnell. At midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Mountaineers in the hurry-up.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it.
He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineer.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be danged, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So San Diego State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When you have a weapon like this on the outside, and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
Give to the running back. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. After run, now throw. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Aztecs have their offense in high gear. Now on the option. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles, and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Proctor. Makes his connection. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, West Virginia. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run the option. Gets it past the marker. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, San Diego State. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
To the air, it's Proctor. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Aztecs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. On the option. He'll pitch it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aztecs! Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Looking downfield, it's Proctor. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Setting up the screen. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Makes a move. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go to the air. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback. But two, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
I know he didn't pick up the first down, but, man, he makes this fourth down way more manageable. It's tough when you got fourth in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And the Aztecs are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1. I'm hitting the gas, all gas.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Fires to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Got it looking for a first. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Caught behind the line. It's Winton. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Reads it, fires complete. Touchdown, San Diego State! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Finds his man. It's O'Donnell. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Proctor. Got his man on the right. Still running at the 40. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The official says no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making once he's leaving.
The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense.
He's got it on the right. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Aztecs. And once he got loose, it was all over. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. USF rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Tampa. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
He'll pull it down. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. Looking to pass. It's Proctor. Gets it out quickly. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the side.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like a terrific atmosphere there today in San Diego. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Snapdragon Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Mountaineers will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. And the Aztecs are flying down the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, you know this defense was practicing and game planning for this guy in particular. They knew with his speed at receiver, not only would he be catching the football, but they were going to get him involved in the run game as well. That defense looked ready for that play.
This offense has a 2nd down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying play action. He wants it all. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
He's got it on the move. Touchdown, San Diego State. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Line gets set, first down. He's looking to throw it. He finds his man. Got room at the 35. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Mountaineers will hustle to the line.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space. after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass, it's Proctor. Got his man. Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
It's a nice gain, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional, and they're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
They'll leave it with him. Open space at the 25. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? The Mountaineers will have it first and 10. From the gun, the ground game. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. Not sexy.
Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Moving out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work first and 10. To the ground with the back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. On the move. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. They're not into 3s. They want 6s. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And the gutsy call on 4th down, running the RPO, handing the football off, making the right read. You could tell they stuck it up in there, and they got the first down.
They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide out in motion. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Aztecs! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got a man. It's O'Donnell. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
To the air, it's Proctor. Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
The give on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, San Diego State. And the punishment has been extended. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score San Diego State 49.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Now on second down. Looking for a man. It's Proctor. He's going to fire deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
On second down, just keeps firing. Finds his tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Move the chains with that completion now on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires left. He's got it. Touchdown, Aztecs. And the pummeling has started. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score San Diego State 56.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Line gets set, first down. To throw, it's Proctor. Looking to scramble.
The scramble by the QB. Gain of 1. Brings up second down.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding.
He uncorks one deep. And the pass hits, picked off. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Just a really nice shot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback checking off. On second down, they'll take to the air. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. They'll throw on third and short. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's in. Tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. They'll try to find a more productive play this time on second and long from the 14. To the air, it's Wall. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wants to throw on first down. They're trying to get to it. It's complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Caught on the outside, it's O'Donnell. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. After the short completion, it's now second down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. Makes the grab. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Awesome body control, and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
To the air on first down. Got his man in the middle. Headed to the end zone. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake. Down at the 24. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. You're getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attack.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Fires it down the seam. It's complete. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Going up top on first down. They're setting up the screen. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese.